Alrighty boys, welcome back once again to another video. How you guys doing? Guys, today we're going to be doing a little bit of a commentary type of video, and in today's video I kind of want to go over a theory, or a little bit more so of a confirmation of why we're going to be seeing the Twine Peaks storyline and the Twine Peaks biome in Fortnite Save the World during Season 11. Now, I definitely do have to clarify that this is more so a theory than anything. I have it at the end of the title. I want you guys to know that ahead of time, but I would be going as far as to say as though this is 99.999% confirmed, like a Germex percentage confirmation in terms of how much this is actually going to be true and whether or not this is actually going to be happening. We're going to be talking about why this is going to be happening in Season 11 and all of the evidence that is leading up towards that in today's video. I've been speaking about this a lot over on my streams, twitch.tv/demonjoefr, and in today's video, I'm going to be putting these theories into a video form and talking about it with you guys. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So the theory begins whenever a leaker by the name of Inside Homebase ended up putting this out on Twitter. He said, "Hidden, watch Canny Valley end video, hidden, Canny Valley end watch video quest." At the bottom he says, "I have a feeling the Canny Valley cutscene is almost done and we'll be able to watch it very soon." This of course is a quotation from the game files for Save the World, that there's actually bits and pieces hidden throughout the coding of this game that pertains to the Canny Valley cutscene to end off the Canny Valley storyline. If you guys don't know, after you defeat the Storm King, there is supposed to be an ending cinematic for the game, and this is what it's talking about right here. This came from Inside Homebase and has been confirmed by FireMonkey to be an actual thing, and it goes to show us that right now, here in Season 10, Epic Games is already preparing for the ending cutscene for Canny Valley, which this is absolutely huge. For what we know right now, whenever this ending cutscene does release, we're going to be segueing right into the Twine Peaks storyline and the Twine Peaks biome. I mean, imagine whenever Season 11 releases and Epic Games says, "Okay, here's your ending cutscene," and then there's no other content going past that. I have a very strong feeling that in Season 11, that is going to be where we're going to be seeing this cutscene, but that's not where the only little bit of evidence ends. We also have the evidence of the Stand and Fight song that has appeared within the game, and we covered this on my last video, where if you guys have completed the Canny Valley storyline and made your way to Twine Peaks, if you go all the way back to your Storm Shield and Stonewood, you'll actually be able to find a little bit of a picnic table with a boombox on top of it, and this boombox, whenever you activate it, is going to be playing a song straight from Steel Wool that is called Stand and Fight, and Stand and Fight is also the name of the Canny Valley storyline. This song has a very huge significance to this game, and I didn't understand it up until now. There was somebody that came into my Twitch chat just the other day known as Walden, and Walden has been featured on the channel multiple times. Way back whenever the Twine Peaks pickaxe ended up getting a rarity change, he was mentioned in a news video way back then, but he ended up coming into my Twitch chat and he mentioned something from the 7.0 patch notes from Fortnite Save the World. I'm going to go ahead and quote it right here. "Missions and Systems, Canny Valley Act 3, which this is the last act. 20 new quests bringing the Stand and Fight campaign to a dramatic conclusion. 2 new landmark zones. Anthony, the Steel Wool drummer, is a mythic hero, and he is a reward after completing the last act of Canny Valley. Note, this is an early work-in-progress version of the Stand and Fight campaign finale. We're working on an ending song and a video that will be added in at a later date. All added content will retroactively be available to anyone who completes the campaign. So not only are we seeing evidence with this cinematic appearing within the game files but not being viewable, but the Stand and Fight song is actually tied to it as part of the ending of the Canny Valley storyline. And both of these things ended up appearing in completely different orders. It's been about 1 to 2 updates since we knew about the cinematic appearing in the game files, and now we're just hearing that the song is being added. Both of these go together to end off the storyline, but yet again, that is not where the evidence ends. We also know for a fact that Twine Peaks will be getting its very own Storm King. I'm going to go ahead and read this off for you guys. This is a quote from the Storm King blog post from Fortnite. It says, when you load into a mission and it's talking about the Storm King fight for Canny Valley, you'll find yourself inside a dark cave. From that moment on, it'll be up to you to figure out what's the best way to take him down. Defeating the Storm King for the first time will grant you Anthony, the final member of Steel Wool. You'll also get a legendary weapon schematic, re-perk, and epic perk up. Once per day, defeating the Storm King or helping a friend do the same will grant a mini-boss mission alert reward. Upon every completion, you'll receive Survivor, Hero, or Schematic XP. You'll also receive 4 to 5 caches containing a mix of epic or legendary schematics, perk materials, and Evo materials. And this is the last part. This isn't our last foray into the lair of the Storm King. Keep an eye out for more information about his future upcoming appearances, both in earlier zones and later ones. The later ones is definitely emphasized by the ... right before it. So as you can imagine, whenever Inside Homebase ended up leaking the Storm King hammer, yet again has been confirmed by FireMonkey, this was definitely to a lot of people's surprise to see this in the game files. This isn't like the Canny Valley cinematic. The cinematic, you can see traces of it being added, but you can't watch the actual cinematic. This is in the game. The Storm King hammer is in the game files, meaning that if Epic Games wanted to put it in the game, they could release it tomorrow if they wanted to. It is in the files, not just as a list. So this kind of plays into the fact that we might be seeing the Storm King in Twine Peaks. And why would we be seeing Storm King weapons added to the game files if we weren't going to be seeing a future Storm King very soon, aka in the very next season? We also have a ton of leaks regarding a full-on Storm King weapon set, which is talking about the hammer, assault rifle, pistol, edge sword, and an explosive weapon. And these could also be tying into the Twine Peaks Storm King, where you defeat the Twine Peaks Storm King and you earn exclusive rewards from this Storm King. And then of course we also have the mention of a black metal set, and this in and of itself could be the weapon set that you earn from the llamas. So as you guys can see, there is a lot going into this theory. Not only do we have the Canny Valley cinematic, traces of it in the game files, we also have the actual song that is supposed to go with it to actually help end off the Canny Valley storyline, and we also have the Storm King hammer in the game files, as well as traces of a Storm King weapon set that could apply to the Twine Peaks Storm King, and we also have a black metal set that could be the place of the actual llama. So what I'm theorizing here is Season 11 is going to release. We are going to be able to watch this cinematic and either earn or at least listen to this song in some other way. It is going to segue us into Twine Peaks, and this is where we are going to fight a stronger version of the Storm King later on down the line, who will give us exclusive weapons. But not just exclusive weapons from the Storm King, we're also going to have our very own llama to start off the season in the form of the black metal set. That is the entirety of my theory, and I gotta say, I think it comes together pretty well. I've been thinking about it for a very long time now, and it would definitely make even more sense with the fact that Season 10 has nothing going on right now. This is the slowest, or maybe second slowest season that Save the World has ever had, and given this really slow period of content, it would make sense that we get all of this thrown at us in Season 11. This is without mentioning that history has a tendency to repeat itself. Before Frostnight came out, before Season 7, the biggest season in Save the World history, we had one of the hugest content droughts of all time in the form of Fortnitemares 2, which in and of itself was a complete reskin of the previous Fortnitemares and had almost no new content except for the Rat Rod weapon set and like the Candy Corn LMG. So history can repeat itself. We can go through an extensive content drought and then lead up to a renaissance renaissance, so to speak, where in the past we had Fortnite 2, which was absolutely garbage, which then went into Frostnite, which was the best the game has ever been. Right now in Season 10, we have nothing whatsoever going on, and this could segue into a huge burst of content in the form of the Canny Valley storyline coming to a conclusion, going into the Twine Peak storyline and Biome, being able to fight the Twine Peak Storm King, being able to have the Black Metal set, being able to have the Storm King set, and just all sorts of stuff is lining up to where this is actually a very heavily supported theory that I'm willing to invest a lot into, and to say that this has a very high chance of actually happening. But what do you guys think? This is my own theory, this is my own thought process. I'm curious as to what you guys have to say in the comments down below. I know that morale for the Save the World community is at an all-time low, and I will admit it is for me as well. I've been playing Borderlands 3 a lot ever since it came out, and I've been having a blast playing it, but I do care about Save the World. I'm still going to be covering it, I'm still going to be talking about it, and this theory right here definitely gives me personally a lot of hope, and it might be a reason why Epic Games is being so hush-hush on a lot of stuff behind the scenes. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Let me know if you believe this. If you do, let me know why, and if you don't, let me know why as well. But that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new. I make videos like this almost every single day, and I'll see you guys next time.